I'm going to go over the steps on how to replace the screen for a sliding patio door, and you're going to need a spline roller, some tape to hold the screen in place, although you could use clamps, a utility knife, and some screwdrivers. For this project we're going to use Visiscreen, and this has a special marker when you get close to it so you don't accidentally walk through the screen, and at a distance it's invisible. If you have a handle that's blocking the spline, you need to remove this first. Look around the screen and find where the spline ends, and then just pry this up, and you're going to pull out the old spline. You remove the spline. If it's still flexible and not brittle, just reuse this. This way it's going to fit into the channel well. If you need to replace the spline, take a piece with you to the hardware store. That way you're going to get the right size and shape. Now you can remove the old screen. When you're laying out your new screen, you want to lay it on the frame, and you want it about 1 inch longer than the channel on all the sides. Use some tape in 3 corners to hold the screen loosely in place, and I'm going to start here in this corner where I won't put any tape. You could also use clamps. The spline tool has 2 rollers, one with a smooth edge, and you'd use that on flat spline, and one side the roller has a groove in it, and with the round spline like this we're going to use the side with the groove. You want to pull the screen just so there's no wrinkles. You don't want to overstretch it. And put your spline right over the channel. Start in a corner, and with your tool you're just going to start pressing that spline into the channel, working just a small area at a time, and put most of the pressure towards the frame in case you were to come off of the spline. You don't want to accidentally go onto the screen and tear it. Get to a corner, use a slotted screwdriver and just loosely tuck the spline into the corner. Then we're going to finish rolling the spline all the way around. At the end, we'll come back and completely tuck in the corners with the screwdriver. When you get to the next side, you just want to make sure there's no wrinkles. You don't want to over tighten that screen, and just continue tucking it in with your tool. On the last side, you just want to make sure that you're holding the screen and pulling it gently so there's no wrinkles. You don't want to overstretch it, and just keep working in your spline. Whenever you rescreen and use the old spline, it's going to stretch a little bit, so you're going to have a little excess. Just cut off the excess and tuck it into the corner. You're going to go to all the corners and tuck in the spline, making sure that you're putting your pressure towards the frame, not towards the screen, in case it slides off. You can remove the excess with a utility knife. Make sure you have a very sharp blade, and work on the outside of the spline towards the frame, and work all the way around. You can replace your handle if you had to remove one. So it's just a very easy do-it-yourself project.